Hey guys, welcome back to Dizzle in Motion. And it seems that Elon Musk and Tesla have gotten themselves into a sticky situation here. Yes, there is a recall for basically every Cybertruck ever made. And this time it's kind of gone viral, probably why you're actually watching this video or you found it on the internet on a search. So let me explain what's happening. The Cybertrucks are evidently glued together like a 7th grade science project. No, I'm just kidding. If you go online right now, especially on X and Reddit, all the Elon haters, they're just freaking loving this right now, man. It's just one more reason to bash Elon and call him bad names and say his cars suck. But the reality is here, a lot of cars do use glues and adhesives in different manners. Now, I will say I've never seen so many panels glued together, and I'm going to give you some of the examples. In fact, before I even go into any of the articles or the specifics, let me show you a couple quick clips and photographs of what I'm talking about exactly.
So here's just kind of an idea of panels coming off in general, plus that front bumper, as you'll see in a second, also detaches. This guy's looking at his A-pillar, why it's rattling and pushing around. And then this was probably the most damning video. Can you imagine this driving down the road and that's falling off, your panel's falling off? So you can see the glue's like hardening there.
All right, so as you can see, it's kind of a mess, and it's clearly because of, it seems like cold weather. I'm surprised we didn't see this so much in extreme heat, like here in Las Vegas or Arizona, Texas, something like that. It seems to be something with the bonding is being lost at sub 30-degree temperatures. There's obviously going to be more investigation, but lots of this news is available through Reuters. I found the Wired article to be the most informative, so I'm going to go ahead and throw clips of that up, credit to Wired, and read through exactly what the problem is here, and then we'll tie it up at the end like we always do. All right, here we go. So, nearly all Cybertrucks have been recalled because Tesla used the wrong glue. Tesla says it'll fix the sticky issue, which could cause panels to detach from trucks while driving, with a new adhesive not prone to environmental embrittlement. So they're calling it basically the glue stopped working because things get too hot or too cold and it loses its bond. This is basic science and logic, right? Tesla said Thursday it would recall nearly all the Cybertrucks that it's produced to repair a stainless steel trim panel that the car maker said could become detached from the vehicle while driving. It's the 8th recall for the distinctive all-electric pickup, which hit U.S. roads just over 2 years ago. Unlike many other Tesla-related recalls, though, this one cannot be fixed when an over-the-air software update. The trucks must be brought into a service repair center. This recall affects more than 46,000 Cybertrucks manufactured between November 2023 and, well, now. They still haven't fixed the assembly lines. So the recall is related to a cosmetic applique. Ooh, that sounds fancy, huh? Talk about sticking glue on a panel. Applique on the vehicle's exterior, which is attached to the rest of the truck by a kind of glue, according to a filing published by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, the U.S. road safety regulator. On affected Cybertruck, the adhesive can separate from the rest of the truck, creating a possible road hazard for others and increasing the risk of crash. Complaints about the trim first bubbled up in social media posts. I first saw it on, got an inkling from some no-names, Whistling Diesel, and then some of the videos have become a lot more prominent here on X lately. Tesla reportedly halted the Cybertruck production last week. Tesla says in the filing that it began to investigate the issue back in January, saying they will repair the issue with another kind of adhesive not prone to environmental embrittlement. Gee, boys, you think you might want to saved us all the trouble in the first place if you suspected something was going on there? You had two options. One potentially could be environmentally brittle, and the other one's not, and you went with the one, must be one hell of an expensive glue then, I would imagine, if that was a cost-saving measure. Dale Harrow, Chief and Chair and Director of the Intelligent Mobility Design Center at the Royal College of Art, London. What the hell? They went to like some physicists or something here. Labels this latest glue recall for the Cybertruck as surprising. Glues are used a lot more than people think in car body construction these days, he says. Rather than having a mechanical fixing, weld or screw or bolt, it's very effective gluing panels together for lighter construction. It's become very popular. Jaguar, Lexus, Audi, they'll use glues at some point, so I'm not very surprised. It's not as if I'm an unknown science, or it's an unknown science. I've not heard of problems anywhere else. Nice of him to throw Jaguar, Lexus, and Audi under the bus. Well, he's at it, right? There are numerous glues the auto industry uses to bond the panels and parts together, Harrow adds, adding that different adhesives are used depending on strength of bond needed, particular circumstances, and materials involved. However, what is different with the Cybertruck compared to other vehicles is its highly unconventional use of the stainless steel for its panels. So we're going to blame stainless steel. I guess must be either a weight or bonding issue, right? So it's the molecular bond with the metal. Look, I'm smart, guys. It's either a molecular bond with the material or the weight of it, right? That's causing a problem. If it's brittle, it's a temperature issue. This is basics. Stainless steel is the big difference, Harrow says, so maybe there's been an issue there. Harrow points out this fault appears to be happening in cold weather, and that it might be that the stainless steel is conducting cold better, possibly just enough to make a difference in the curing process. I can surmise that something on a production line is not quite bonding right at the right temperature or getting the right UV coverage. And that could be due to the stainless steel having a different density from standard steel. It's not a small company and it's not doing things on the cheap, so I'll be very surprised if there wasn't the knowledge within the company to fix this, but it would need quite a bit of investigation, I think, to find out the real cause of it. Huh. Vehicle recalls have become more common as cars have grown increasingly sophisticated and reliant on electronic components that can be adjusted but also malfunction via software primarily. Annual U.S. recalls grew by nearly 70% between 03 and 23, affecting 83% more vehicles. The number of recall-related vehicles repairs completed throughout the over-the-air updates grew tenfold between 2019 and 2023. But 5 of the Cybertruck's recalls have required Tesla drivers to bring their vehicles in to the shop. The most sweeping have included recalls related to failed front windshield wiper motor controllers and malfunctioning pedal pads. Yeah, pedal pads are bad. Which Tesla said were treated with an unapproved soap during assembly that allowed them to become trapped, leading to unintended acceleration. Sorry, officer, had some unintended acceleration. Not my fault, it's in the recall. I'll bet you somewhere somebody got out of a ticket with that. Like, they had to have. That's too classic. Even before the Cybertruck began to roll off production line, the truck was subject to snafus and delays. Its glitzy 2019 unveiling may be most memorable for an incident in which the prototype, supposedly unbreakable glass, failed to stand up to a metal ball thrown at its driver window amidst the pandemic. Tesla pushed Cyber production from 2021 to 2022, finally to 2023, and the base price jumped from 40 to 61 grand. And leaked internal documents obtained by the German newspaper Handelsblatt and Wired show that by January 22, Tesla was still struggling internally with a pre-production alpha version of the vehicle, which had basic issues with suspension, body sealing, noise level, handling, and braking. The Cybertruck's rocky start does not seem to have bothered the White House. Last week, the electric truck sat among other Teslas parked on the presidential driveway as Donald Trump promoted Elon Musk, the advisor of Doge. Everything's computer, Trump exclaimed as the White House press corps looked on, perhaps sensing that the oncoming glue snafu, or perhaps merely not liking the possibility of rust damage. President Clump, I called him President Clump, some of you will love that. President Trump declined to purchase the Cybertruck, stating that he would instead write a check for the Tesla's Model S Plaid, which notably is not made of stainless steel. Anyways, there you have it. That's the long and short of it. Big deal about nothing. If it was not Elon Musk, if this was happening to General Motors, people would bitch about it for a day and move on. But they'll use this for more fodder, the hammer. I hope they keep hammering, because I actually kind of want to pick up a Tesla. I love my off-road truck, 14 MPGs, America, right? But I kind of want to pick up a Tesla for commuting, because I drive between California and Vegas all the time. And, you know, it's around town and gas is killing me. So maybe those prices will come down. Maybe it's, at least temporarily. I'm not wishing you bad, Elon. I don't think you're in the wrong here, but bring the prices down for me. Any guys, what do you guys think? Tesla's a bunch of crap. I don't think they're cutting corners here, in my opinion, but I'd like to hear from you. Anyways, that's the latest major Cybertruck recall. Appreciate the support. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you want all the latest news in automotive, crazy, weird, wacky stuff, and my stupid takes. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you guys on the next one.